New episode of Serial for June 2025. This month has got a lot of film and a lot of pictures, so it's going to be in two parts, but we start immediately with that's digital photography. It's my SL2 Leica modern digital mirrorless camera, and here it's a Summicron C 40mm f2, a lens that I really liked. It was made originally for the Leica CL, this super compact rangefinder. And yeah, I really like it more than the 35mm and the 50mm, and I wanted to use it a little bit more because it's really compact and I like the rendering. And that's in Bucharest, and there's a lot of those buildings that are quite luxurious that have been kind of abandoned. They're still taken kind of care of, but they've been overgrown, and it really gives a fantastic site for photography, in my opinion. And yeah, this city is really nice. This is my first time in Bucharest. I would really recommend it. Very, very green. Here we can see with those two pictures, lots of parks. And yeah, it's this old school rendering of a lens and the 40mm. I really enjoyed using it there, and people are very friendly. I was really there at the good time of the year, obviously, really nice weather. And when you move around a little bit outside of the super center, you'll see it's quite well developed. I mean, it's really developing modern infrastructure also. It's already really well developed as you can travel. The metro is fantastic. The subway is fantastic. There's lots of electric scooters. The taxis are really available. It's quite easy to go around. There's buses everywhere, pretty modern. But there's a lot of places where you have, like here on the picture on the left, where you have swimming pools that have been kind of abandoned too. But those neighborhoods are kind of reviving now that Romania is in Europe. But it really gives for an interesting side, which I found really pleasant. This sort of nature green mix of semi-modern constructions, like those buildings probably from the 60s or 70s, and this old fortress underneath. Really, really nice. And the coexistence of those buildings, those kind of very austere, strict architecture with those new buildings, that's more, those are new neighborhoods that are kind of more luxurious, but yeah, it's building nice, and it's a really pleasant city. Here again, a building, kind of a modern, more luxurious building around this canal. Or here on the right, that's a detail of a school. Obviously, they built a new school next to it, and that's the old school that's kind of now abandoned, but probably going to be built. There's probably going to be a development there. And yeah, there's really some very interesting architecture, like this huge church that's being renovated right now. And again, those green spaces a little bit everywhere. That's a picture taken from the Contemporary Museum. The subway is really, really great, super well organized, easy to use. You pay once and you put your card. It's really easy. Yeah, that's kind of a slow exposure as the subway was leaving. And yeah, here are two pictures. That's at the bottom of the Contemporary Art Museum. There's those huge Roman columns and this incredibly big building. This couple was taking pictures. I found fun, and yeah, I kind of liked those pictures, kind of touristy pictures from me. But again, lots of green places, lots of infrastructure. Really interesting also for photography. This dog park was kind of interesting in my opinion, and you kind of know my photography, and just going around town, you'll find a lot of urban details to take pictures of. But yeah, very comfortable city. Here you have this sort of kind of small lake where people can go kayaking or do some all water sports are possible, and those big buildings in the background. Really nice, very, very pleasant city to be in. And by night, you have a lot of places which are really well lit. And this cat was funny. I'm not a big fan of cats originally, but slowly getting to it. They're kind of photogenic. And yeah, a pretty safe city. Also, you can really go around, move around by night. It's really nice. again, those lots of places where you can go around and just enjoy nature in the city. Let's move on to some film. That's Harman Red. For those who haven't seen, I've just published a video about Harman Red, so I've been extensively using it these last months. And yeah, I really like it. That's in Manchester. Some of the pictures you'll already have seen in the Von Cam episode, if you've seen it. But there's some new pictures here. And yeah, going around Manchester on the left or Reykjavik gives for interesting things using this Leica C2 Zoom, a camera I'm going to talk about in a specific video soon. But I was really enjoying this red film for sceneries. I think the grain's interesting, the way it renders color in a kind of black and whitish way. Makes a lot of sense for my work. Again here, Mount Essia. The skies are really nice. I like the blue tones and the low lights and this kind of very strong red color, which gives it its name. Yeah, I really like it for details, and I'm still trying to understand it a little bit better and integrate it better in my photo works. But yeah, I really like it. Here, going back to Manchester, here I already talked about it in another series, but I used a broken Leica CL. The rangefinder mechanism doesn't work, and the exposure indication doesn't either, but I can expose, I can change the speed. And using this double glass 24mm f11, it's a great combination. I basically have no focus and no aperture settings, so just have speed. And you can just go by the feeling, and that's what you get. Really nice combination. I think I'm really gonna stick them together forever because I get that kind of scenes with it, and that's really what I would expect from that kind of camera. It's super compact. It's basically a lens cap, this Chroma double glass. I did a video a long time ago about it if you're interested in this very affordable lens, which has a lot of character. Those two last pictures, if you've seen the Von Cam about the red, you've already seen them, but this red film really has the potential to do a lot of things, and I will definitely from now on work with some color filters on front of my lens and see if I can do something with the green and the blue tones that are deep inside the film. Going also to wide film photography, that's Minolta Riva Panorama. I just also came out with a Von Cam episode about it, and that was Proimage 100. It's a camera that once you start using, it's great. Go see the video. Maybe I'll convince you to get one. It still is very affordable on the secondhand market at the time of the video, so that was a scene in Reykjavik, city scene, or here Manchester, with all those people drinking in those kind of, it looks weird, but actually it was really super nice. Kind of looks like cattle in their enclosures, but believe me, I was part of it also, and really nice city to go out and go have drinks and meet people and spend time with friends and just roam around. Again, to the picture on the top and the left, that's Manchester. Bottom right, that's Reykjavik. I kind of like the picture of the Reykjavik place. That's the old administrative building for Iceland there at domestic airport. I really like the architecture, kind of 1960s, 70s, and the vegetation kind of made sense for me in my aesthetics. Here Manchester, again, those two geese and their kid in the sun, and all those bricks and the canals. Great place, really great place. The weather was really nice, by the way, so that helps, obviously. Or here the west coast of Reykjavik, with an uptide, with the grass and the moss and the rocks. Really nice place to be too. Or here again on top and right, that's Manchester, or the bottom left, that's Mengi in Reykjavik, this alternative music venue, which is a fantastic place to go. Let's switch equipment. That's with the Leica M6 TTL at the Harman Ilford factory, and that's using the Summicron 35mm f2 from Leica. I don't like 35mm, but kind of works, and I think it was good for those settings. That's on the left, that's a control room where they make film, and on the right, that's obviously the rolls of film, all those rolls of film from the Ilford Harman Ilford factory, and the light leaks. That's me. Sorry, I didn't say it. It's our Harman Phoenix 200 ISO film, which one of my favorite color films. I'm experimenting right now by letting light come in the roll before loading it, and I get those light leaks on a few layers, so a few pictures will be kind of controllably altered. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I'm kind of experimenting with it. And I really like that on those two pictures. On the picture on the left, you see I really like the Harman Phoenix height, how you have this glow around high contrast areas. Yeah, it works for me. And those kind of bluish, greenish low lights, I really like it. Those two pictures again in Manchester. Again, this is going to be in Manchester. And I think that gives you a good idea of what the Phoenix film gives. And it's really one of my favorite film stocks, with probably Proimage 100. And the red, but it's more specialized. But for color, I think those two films are really things. Again, here, two pictures where yeah, basically that's with the Phoenix, but exposed in a weird way, got really red. But yeah, if you have questions, comments, suggestions, again, there's a second part coming in one of the weeks. The future weeks for this month. So yeah, don't hesitate, and catch you next time.